Miss Jean Louise Finch. May I call you Scout?
Yeah.
Okay, Scout. What has your father been up to lately?
Well, he hasn't been around lately. I don't even think he loves us anymore.
Hmm.
He won't play catch with Jim anymore. He won't read to me.
How does this make you feel, Scout?
Sad.
Atticus Finch, how do you feel about your children's ideas of you at this moment in time?
I think they're lying. They're being over dramatic. I make time for them. I spend time with them. I read to them every night, and they're just being hateful.
Okay. Calpurnia, do you agree with what he's saying? Is that true?
Atticus, you are not being the father figure these children need. Work is your main priority, but your children should be it. Stop being in denial and realize what you're doing.
Thank you, Cal. Jim, do you have anything to say to your father?
You don't treat us like your kids. You treat us like your problems that you just that you're forced to take care of. It's like you don't care about us. You're neglectful, and you never do anything with us.
Now, football, Jim, I understand that that's a sport that you enjoy to play.
Yes.
Who first introduced you to football?
I guess when we were younger.
And did you enjoy playing football with your father?
Yes, very much.
Does he still play football with you now?
No.
No?
No, never.
If I may ask, were those some great memories that you had with your father? Some good father-son time?
Yeah, one of the best.
And now they're not there anymore? How does that make you feel, Atticus?
I've gotten older. He's not being real considerate of my age. My bones are getting weaker. I just can't do it anymore.
I still play coach with my son. And how old am I? What? 56? And you're what? 30-something? 40? Yes. Okay. Scout, do you have anything to say to your father?
Well, like the football thing, he doesn't read to me like he used to. He never reads to me anymore. He doesn't even sit at the table with us anymore.
Hear that? That right there should change your mind.
I'm at work a lot. My job is very demanding. I need to have time for that.
Excuses. These are all excuses. You need to make time for your children instead of making time to work. And Alexandria, what would you like to say to your brother?
You're never home. I'm up with the kids until 10:30 at night reading to Scout because you won't anymore. I'm a lady. I cannot play tackle football. That's your job. I can't fill the father role that you've been neglecting. It's not their fault that Tom Robinson is dead. I know you feel guilt and like it's your fault, but there was nothing that could have been done. You still made progress. You can't take it out on your children. You can't take it out on your family or yourself, because that's not guilt. One of the steps is acceptance. That's what you need to get to.
You need to accept that it's not your fault, and it's not their fault. You need to find time to be with your children. You need to be with them now more than you do ever. Do you hear that?
Hear it?
Okay. Boom. Miss Caroline Fisher, how are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Wonderful. I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Go ahead.
I know that you were Scout's old teacher.
That's correct. First grade.
Can you tell us some stories about Scout before?
Well, I know the first day I met Scout, she was openly disrespectful.
Mhm.
It was like Atticus, her father, did not teach her any respect in any form. She openly insulted a child and me, and I don't understand why.
Gotcha. Was she ever sad or anything? Was she mainly upbeat? Was she mostly upbeat?
If something frustrated her, she wasn't sad. She got antsy, really angry.
Mhm.
She was upbeat at times.
Uh-huh.
I just didn't see her around a lot of children or girls, particularly her age.
Mhm.
She mostly hung out with her brother
Okay.
if he was around.
Gotcha. Okay. We also know that you're involved in the school system. What have the other teachers said about Scout? Is there anything that they've said about her behavioral changes from first to second after the Tom Robinson trial?
She's became frustrated more, seeking attention that we suspect she doesn't get at home.
Mhm.
We noticed that Atticus is gone more, like during the Halloween play. Jim brought her and took her home.
Oh,
We didn't see her aunt or her father or the colored help.
okay. Well, thank you very much, Miss Caroline Fisher.
You're
Appreciate it. Let's ask a few audience members how they feel about this. Miss Caroline Fisher, would you please stand? Tell us how you feel about Mr. Atticus Finch.
I feel like Atticus is a neglectful father. I had Scout while she was in first grade a few years back, and she was completely disrespectful, did not know how to treat an adult. And she knew to do things in advance that I could teach her, but she was not supposed to learn until the grade she's currently in.
So, Miss Mowdy, how do you feel about Atticus Finch?
Well, I think Atticus is a good lawyer. I think he's very loving towards his two children. He's very good to the town, and he stands up for what's right.
Good.
Lately, though, he's been neglectful to his children, Scott and Jim. Usually, they spend their evenings reading with their father, and his son Jim plays football with him and things of that nature.
Why do you think that he's been neglectful towards them?
I think it has a lot to do with the Tom Robinson case.
Okay.
He guys poured a lot of time into it, and I think he really thought they were going to win it, and I wish they would have. And a few weeks later, Tom Robinson actually passed away.
Oh.
So it kind of just shot Atticus into depression.
Now this neglectfulness you're saying, what does it have? What are the effects it has on his children?
They're just sad. The little glow in their eye that most kids have, it's just gone right now because they don't have the attention from their father that they deserve.
Okay. Jim, has he been showing any signs of anger or anything of that sort?
He's trying to suppress it, I think, but underneath it, I think he's very angry and upset about essentially losing his father. And when he was very young, he also lost his mother. And so right now, not having a parental figure is just taking its toll on him.
Okay, thank you. Miss Stephanie Crawford, would you please tell us what your ideas on Atticus Finch are?
Well, I've heard that Scout comes to school versus Oliver, so I think he's beating them. And I do believe that he's drinking because he walks down the street every night and he comes home late, maybe the morning.
Now are these assumptions or have you heard these things from other people or?
I've heard them around.
Okay. And have you actually seen any of these things?
Well, no, but I've heard other people see them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Stephanie. We're going to ask another one of the audience members to please give their input on Mr. Atticus Finch. Let's see here. Miss Stephanie Crawford, would you please stand?
I've heard that Scout comes to school with bruises all over her, and I think that it's Atticus beating her.
How dare you? To bring another audience member. This woman lives right next to the Finches, and she says that she can provide an outsider's point of view. Let's see. Miss Maudie, would you please stand?
I've lived across from Atticus and the Finch family for several years now. And before the Tom Robinson case, I have always seen Atticus as a good father. He used to play with the children, he used to take them places, they had fun together. After the Tom Robinson case, he's just been distant and he's not home a lot. The kids, they need their father. And I believe that Atticus is a good man, that just lately he needs some help to get back on where he was.
Okay, thank you. Would you please stand again real quick? Sorry. So I'm going to ask you the same questions to contradict what Miss Stephanie said about Atticus not being a very good father. You said that he is a good father.
He's a very good father.
Do you think that anything that she says is true?
Miss Stephanie Crawford is, I think she likes to exaggerate stories. She's not being truthful at all. Atticus is a good father, and you know it.
You know what? I don't need to take this.
Okay. Just please sit down, Miss Mount. Does anyone have anything to say to Atticus Finch?
There's no words.
There are no words from your family. Atticus, your family are the ones who are supposed to be there for you always, more than friends. But if you're never there for them, then they have no reason to be there for you.
Yes. Awesome.
Atticus, I love you. And I love your children, but it's starting to feel like a burden on me. I called Dr. Phil for a reason, and if you keep acting this way, then there is no point in doing that.
Yep. I'm here to make your life better, Atticus. I'm here to make their life better. I know it feels like I'm bashing you, but I'm not. The sooner you accept, and the sooner that you realize what's happening and what you're doing to your children and to your family, you will feel better, and your life will be better. Okay? Okay? Stop it.
I'm gonna kill them.
Just hold on to it.
Take this seriously.
You have like a strong father. Is there any like a Mockingbird book or something you can rest up?
We're working on it.
Hunter, your phone's a stand now.
Okay, ready?
Atticus, how do you feel about your children's responses?
I don't think it's true. I think they're just being a little touchy.